Alright, so in this video I'm going to pick up a little bit of stuff about Firefox, which is one of my browser. I use three distinctive browser. Firefox is one of them. Other two are VIMB and Next. One is influenced by Vim, one is influenced by Emacs. But in this particular video, I'm going to show the kind of customization I have about Firefox and the way I access Firefox and little bit of what I say, the keybinds of Firefox. That means if you want to manipulate or use Firefox through keyboard instead of using your mouse, there is no hard and fast and no harm using mouse. I'm just showing you that you could do stuff with certain keystroke which comes bundled with Firefox, okay, which probably not known to most of the people. So that is why I'm making this video, just to make everyone else, whoever is not aware or informed, they will come to know. They might use it as an option. Okay, so without further ado, let me start spawn a terminal and move it to a designated place. Then let me zoom in. So to run, I have a keybind. Which I'm using i3 window manager as my whole and soul window manager. I've been sitting on it for last 6.5 years almost exclusively. So I have a keybind to bring up Firefox, which is mod shift and B. Sorry, I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. So the mod shift and F, which will bring up Firefox, and if I move it to a designated workspace, so my Firefox basically look like this. Okay, and if I write something like that, and you can see the, now if I do Control N, which will open and the new window, and if I made mod T, which makes it, because I am using the i3 window manager tabbing facility instead of Firefox tabbing facility. So basically what you see as tab on the screen, it's an i3 tabbing facility, not Firefox tabbing. Okay, so basically every time I want to go to a different window to open a different site, that means I open new window by pressing Control N. Okay, so if I do, and if I go to some other space like pressing Control N, it spawn up a new window for me. Okay, and if I do, and as I said, I can move between the windows, which is in tabulated mode in i3. I can do mod left arrow, mod right arrow. I can go between the windows, right, which is in tabbing mode. So because I'm using i3 tabbing facility instead of Firefox tabbing facility, so I have to open the Firefox new window. It doesn't matter really. Okay, so whether you open a tab, whether you open a window, it absolutely doesn't matter. At least it doesn't matter to me only, because I opted for my window manager facility. If I make it a tiling, all I have to put is mod E. See, it's become tiling, right? I was in a tabbed mode. Okay, because I open up a three different browser window. I was in a tabbed mode. Now I'm in a tiling mode. Okay, so if I press mod S, sorry, if I press mod T again, so I'm in a tabbing mode of i3, right? But as you can see, I have put some mechanism which trimmed the Firefox UI and hide some part of it. If I take it here, only way I can see the address bar or other facility by pressing Ctrl L. See, now it is showing. Okay, so and if I click somewhere else, that completely hidden. So this is something I put my user content.css and user chrome.css on inside the Firefox profile directory, Chrome directory, which I will link in the description section below, so you can take a peek, because I have uploaded all those files on the GitHub. So for your convenience, I will add the link in the description section below for those two CSS file, user content.css and user chrome.css, which plays a role to Firefox to be look like this. Okay, so and some you can do, say for instance, if I close this close this window by Control Shift and W, which is a Firefox keyword. Control Shift and N will bring back the closed window, right? It is a convenient if you want to use Firefox with keyboard without using the mouse, so you can use Firefox shortcut. I give you an example, right? I close this window by Control Shift and W. Now if I wanted to get it back, Control Shift and N, which will bring back the last closed window. Okay, so likewise, as I shown to you, Control N will open a new window. Okay, so there are several other. Let me show you. If I spawn up a terminal, and if I do Firefox, so these key combinations, as you can see, this file also uploaded in one of my GitHub repo, although if I found out, I'll give the link to, so you don't have to hover on the internet to find out everything at. So these are the key shortcut key bind which you could use to Firefox to be keyboard driven. Okay, so if you are inclined to use only keyboard while using Firefox, you could use these keys, because these are come bundled with Firefox default key binds. Okay, so this is one thing, and then this is the file. Let me show you something. Mozilla Firefox Chrome, user Chrome. So this is a user Chrome file which I have uploaded. I'll give you the link in the description section below. Okay, so there is little bit of tweak So as you can, I shown to you that I hide my URL bar and other stuff. Okay, and once I press certain key and mouse over it, and it becomes visible. Okay, so when the computer screen is small, every inch is very precious. So there is a way to utilize every inch of it. Okay, so that is why these things come into play. Okay, so you, this is not too long or too complicated, so you can play with it. If you like it, you can adapt it. If you don't like it, discard it. As simple as that. Now another one is the user content. This is also first few lines are activated. As you can see, the body color and all this stuff, triviality is all this, and there is a large chunk of CSS which I intentionally made commented, because if I uncommented those stuff, the complexion of my browser get completely changed, and that was liking part, but unfortunately I couldn't able to figure it out or has the time to fix out that a lot of things get vary if I uncomment all this line. Okay, so that's why I keep it commented in future, in case if I get a little bit of time and wanted to do that, uh, so I can uncomment and try. But with this form, if I uncomment it, it will work fine, but a lot of things will be messy, so I couldn't fix it up. Okay, so anyway, this file is also uploaded there, and I'll give the link in the description section. So you can see only the top part is activated. Pretty darn simple. And this is a kind of small take about how I use Firefox. I have a key bind on my i3 window manager, which is Control Shift, a Mod Shift and F, which bring up Firefox. I basically use it on a tiling mode. Depend what I'm doing. If I wanted to see it on a tiling mode, I use Mod E to get it tiled like this, or Mod T to get back to the tabbing facility. I do use um, um, Grape, Firefox, i3 config, and these are the stuff is there in my i3 config, which is also uploaded in GitHub. You can, if you go to .file repository, you can have it. And so this key binds are there inside my i3 config file for to bring up Firefox in a private window or normally. Okay, so nothing magical or nothing super complex, is very simple. The way I use Firefox, it is one of my browser. I use two other, as I mentioned very beginning in the video. So, and there is not too much to it too. So I just make certain things that it should be it should use. I use the Firefox, I'm mentioning it probably the third time. I use the i3 window manager tabbing facility or tabbing mode with Firefox. So I do not use Firefox tab. Every time I open Firefox window, okay, and use the i3 window manager tabbing facility to get it tabbed like this, what you are seeing at this moment on the screen. Okay, so if I press Control N, it will open a new it will open a new window and a tabbing facility if I am on tabbing mode. Most of the time I'm like this only. Okay, so there is no fancy stuff, and few trimmed down stuffs are there. Okay, so if you want to play with it, please go ahead and play with it. Okay, and let me know. Okay, so I hope it will be useful for some people to show how they can use Firefox with from the keyboard. And a lot of people they're doing. I'm not showing anything new, so I'll provide you the key combination file where you can look through the file. Look at the description section below, so you might find 3 URLs for 3 different files which dictate the term in uh, Firefox. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for watching.